Here we go, you said? Okay. It's now 6:01, so I'll go ahead and call the Tuesday, January 13th meeting of the Spiceland Town Council to order. First order of business is the election of officers for 2026. So we'll take nominations one at a time, right, for president and vice president of the board. So
I nominate Jack Garner for president. I'll let him say that.
I'll second. Okay, and now I just take a vote on this like I normally would. So it's been moved and seconded to elect myself, Jack Garner, as board president for the 2026 calendar year. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion passes. Now we'll take any move. Does anyone make any movements for vice president?
I would like to nominate Darren Jacobs for vice president.
Well, I'm nominating you, Scott.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to elect Darren Jacobs, vice president of the town council for the 2026 calendar year. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion passes. Is there anything else we need to vote on here at the beginning of the year, or is it? That's it, okay. So we'll move on to line number 2, which is the salary ordinance that we've gone through. I think everyone has a copy.
They actually passed it last month in the commission.
Yes. So yeah, like I said, we've already passed this. It just needs signatures on this one. Please, this is the official copy. Oh, correct. Okay. Okay, next order of business is the ordinance for the new fire department fees. So we talked through this at the December meeting. We didn't take a vote on this last meeting, or did we? I can't remember.
I think you did, yes.
I just want to make sure that I'm not.
I don't know if we did, I thought we discussed it.
Yeah, I don't know. Voting on it. Right.
Yeah, well,
The high levels.
well, I'll let Scott just walk in, and I'll let Scott make a comment on it first if he wants to. Do you have anything to say about that?
I mean, it's just what the state just passed, or their new ordinance they come out with.
Okay. Yeah, so basically it says for the initial response of the fire engine, fire truck, or fire apparatus, what we charge for unit dispatch is $500 per response unit and $200 per vehicle for each hour or fraction thereof. As of on-scene assistance, $400 per response unit and $200 per command and control vehicle. So this is just updating that fee, those fees that we can charge for responses and things like that, based on what the state updated this.
Yeah, so
There.
I think they almost doubled everything, what it used to be.
Do you know how long it's been since they updated something like this?
Yeah, it's been years.
So probably coming to line with today's pricing of of things. So
Usually if we go on a fuel fill or something, if Davis is involved with it, they just replace our stuff oil dry and booms, and they build a company.
So those like air consumables and stuff like that, that you can, okay.
So they've got a stockpile of it.
Do we have a motion to,
Sure, what is the number on there?
yes, this is ordinance 2026-2.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 2026-2, the ordinance for the new fire department fees.
Is there a second?
Second.
So moved and seconded to accept ordinance 2026-2. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Okay, motion passes. I passed you the, salary ordinance, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanna make sure, I mean,
Well, I was trying to keep it in
exactly.
the frame.
Put that in your office. Okay, do we have a motion to accept the minutes from the December 11th, 2025 meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the minutes as presented from the December 11th, 2025 meeting. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion passes. Okay, I talked to Jeff earlier today. He really said he didn't have much unless there's anything. Hope that he left with you. Okay. So,
Anything on the insurance and,
Yeah, they,
I'm sorry, maybe that was.
no, you're fine, you're fine. They come in last week. They were saying, kind of let us know where, things were at as far as, damage wise and everything. We're still waiting on a couple more estimates. So I've got to get to them so they can, kind of compare estimates to what they're thinking. So I don't have numbers or anything just yet, but he said there was a lot more damage than what we thought it was gonna be, so, yeah.
So, I mean, besides shingles, I mean, it actually put a hole in it. I mean,
Yes, yeah, it ripped a hole in the very corner, it broke 3 trusses, took siding off, gutters off, poked holes in other places where the branches went through, other places on the road, so. Yeah,
and then Jeff's truck is a little.
and then just, yeah.
He said, like it came right, he was sitting there not too much before that. Like if he'd have been sitting in his truck, it'd come
It
right.
came right through, yeah.
He told me today, he goes, just park there like 2 minutes before that tree fell.
Yeah.
Look at the draw right there. Okay, is there anything else, Hope you have a clerk treasurer report?
I just need for everyone to sign the nepotism form before you leave this evening. All the stickers right there, so if you can fill those out and get them to me, that would be great.
Okay.
Last month I had mentioned to you guys about, having to update the server, as well as a possible update to this laptop. Reach Network, who takes care of all of our IT stuff, got me a quote. The Windows server, with the 2025 hardware, along with a 1-year warranty, is $2,499.99. I asked him if that was just an every year price or what that was, and he said this is just a one-time upgrade. And then our fees that we pay them every month includes the monthly fee for that. So that's all included in the price to us per month. And he did say, the Windows server, would need to be updated sooner than later so that we can make sure we stay in, compliance and everything, so.
Would it be a quote for the server and the laptop together?
That's just the server.
Yeah.
The new laptop, would upgrade it to Windows 11, it's $1,059.99, so a total of about $35,59.98 for the two items. It's there. You know, obviously, if you wanna just do the server, then this is still running, okay, it's just,
It kind of makes sense if we're gonna upgrade the server, that we
yeah,
can get
that's
everything.
kind of what you thought, too, if we're gonna upgrade, might as well just go and upgrade, so.
Pretty important piece of equipment.
Yeah.
So I would make a motion to approve up to $3,700 to Reach Network for the upgrade of the server and laptop for the town council.
Okay, it's been, moved and seconded to approve up to $3,700 to, let's call it, what was it, Reach
Reach Network.
to Reach Network for an upgrade of a laptop and the town server. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion passes.
Maybe a time frame, they
He says the server would be, they would take it and get it back to you within a day. And then the laptop would just be getting it and getting everything transferred over, so we can have it set up pretty quickly.
Okay.
And then one other thing we talked about, was some possible updating the sign across the street, going to an electronic version. I went through and kind of got some quotes, on replacement of those, so everybody should have those in their packet. The one thing I did notice, the, one that has like Santa Claus on it,
Mm-hmm.
it's $949, but I did not catch that there is a, shipping fee on that one, so it puts it close to about $1,200. But it's, Jeff and I went out and measured, and it's a pretty good size. I mean, it's, you know, it's 40 by 18. You're talking what, windows there, it'd be very, very small.
Yeah.
And then of course, if you look at the 65 by 34, I think we measured that sign over there right now is roughly about a 70 by 50. So those two, the 40 by 40 and the 65 by 34 kind of gets us close to what's over there now. We'll be able to do everything, you know, right through the computer system, update it, do all kinds of things with it. So those are some options that we did find, so.
do you have a recommendation?
Jeff and I both kind of talked, we thought the 40 by 40 would be,
That'll fit over there, no problem?
yeah, only thing is, Bobby would have to run a new plug, but that's no big deal, he said he could do that with no problem, so.
Then you have the same, I see this, the third one has an IP65 waterproof rating, but the second one has
Yes.
the same rating. and everything.
They all do, and they all say roughly about a 10-year, they last about 10 years. All of them do, so we can go on constantly, so.
I think it'd be a great upgrade. We feel like we're getting budget-wise, you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I think we could probably work it in.
Oh,
I mean, I'm good with you. I mean, I think it'd be a good.
That's a really good idea.
Not my thing, I just keep wondering whether or not it makes sense to do the bigger one. I mean, I don't know. It's like if you're gonna spend the money to do it, you don't wanna end up with one where people like,
yeah, I agree.
And this third one is closest to size and scale of what current.
Yeah. This one will be a little bit, shorter, because I think that's about 50 up and down, and this one's only about 34, I think it is. So it's gonna be a little shorter, but it'll be just as wide.
This is why, yeah.
So it fit in there pretty close to what we got, so, I mean,
Yeah.
I agree, I obviously it's more expensive, but, you know, if we're gonna get 10 years out of it, I think it's well worth the money. I mean, you drive by, I mean, at night, you can't even see the sign, and,
Yeah.
you know, this, obviously, you'd be able to do that, I think.
And then, like I said, it freezes up in the winter, and we can't open it to change it anyway, so.
Well, and then much easier to update information, and we're having the, you know, the trash dumpsters here, and those kind of things, I mean, I think it'd be great information.
so we could put, like when Santa Claus is coming in and all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
It's your birthday dinner. I mean, we could do.
Good, yeah, we can do that.
Well, does someone want to make a motion on,
Well, I'll make a motion that we approve up to $2,000 for electronic information sign to replace the current outdated sign that we have on our, garage building across the street. How's that?
Yep, I think that can include electrical upgrades and everything, Bob, they'll have to do and everything, and that price, we can catch everything. Okay, it's been, moved and seconded to approve up to $2,000 to upgrade from our, manual sign over there to an electronic sign. All those in favor of approving up to $2,000, by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion passes.
We'll recommend it.
We can put it as, actually,
Can it go with it as electric?
as I say, electric and water to pay for it,
Yeah.
because it's, you know, part of that.
Mhm.
We could pull it out of some building funds as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, should be okay. And that's all I have.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So, for several months now, we've been talking about the, DNR, actually it's been back since November, about the floodplain, and that they wanted an updated, ordinance, to send to them. Julie had been talking with Henry County to see if they had already gotten it passed, but we've not heard anything on, you know, from them.
Mhm.
So she had worked up, an ordinance to go ahead and, you know, just get it passed and then we can get it to them, so we can get it back to DNR, because they are requesting to have it done by the 20th.
Is this the one that, this is the one that you?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It's just pertaining to the floodplain, you said?
We have to have DNR's approved, ordinance essentially to be a part of the, flood insurance program.
Yep.
So for anybody which is essentially everybody who lives along the creek they have flood insurance. I don't, I got that.
Yeah, I was.
You can, you gotta get a survey,
Yeah.
you gotta get a survey, it's not cheap. But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, taking out
through the ordinance. I mean, they make it's, the state just makes basically a template, a standard, I mean, that's what.
Yeah.
And then you just plug in your name and information. They try to keep everybody standard. I think that you could conceivably make a few changes if you wanted to, but I think they really want everybody to kind of be on the same.
Understand. So
Do we have a motion to, accept the updated DNR ordinance or floodplain?
is there a number on everything?
This is,
What's wrong with them? What, yeah, I took it in my bill, I just will have to reprint it with you.
oh, sorry. No, it's the last page.
That's not the way I said it.
So you print it out with comments.
It did, and the one that I just sent her has no comment. I don't understand that.
This is only just a minute, right?
Here's right there. Are there comments on it? See, that's got comments now. How'd you do that?
Magic.
Yeah, I just downloaded it and then,
No, you can take the comments out,
where's the comment at? I don't see that.
top. I know. Okay, unclick it. Okay, yeah, can you just print it like that?
This isn't a different one. This is.
Oh, it's a different one.
Mhm. What was it doing?
Was this different?
This is just like copied off with the
Right.
comments and margins. Yeah, this is the actual,
Mine has the comments, but mine doesn't have it, that I'm sent to her.
would this be 2026-3 then, is what this would be for us? Okay, yeah, so, Scott, it would be,
DNR ordinance regarding floodplain.
yeah, and that would be ordinance 2026-3, since we just passed number 2.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 2026-3,
I'm gonna get that without the comments.
DNR ordinance regarding floodplain.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve, ordinance 2026-3, the DNR flood damage prevention ordinance. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion passes.
You see, our insurance company, they want to see that, and
So it has to do with like basically anybody who is living in the floodplain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that doesn't affect our insurance.
No, it's just a DNR thing.
Okay.
You have flood insurance on you?
I think so.
May not be in the floodplain.
It's crazy.
Anything else that helps too? Okay. Next up here is, the discussion and approval of the claims.
I'll make a motion for the claim.
Been moved and seconded to accept the claims as presented. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion passes. Okay, does any member of the council have any, old business that we need to talk about?
Any update on that vacant board member?
So, texted with Jody last week. She actually hadn't turned in her, resignation letter to the clerk yet.
Okay.
I think she was planning to do that either last week or early this week, so actually not even official yet, or it wasn't as of last week, so. And I don't know, did you reach out to John?
No, I didn't end up getting a hold of him, but basically I talked to both, I've had a discussion with Darren about this, and I've had a discussion with Julie about it, but, basically, because we don't have, what was Dick's
Precinct committee.
committeeman who would normally backfill this, that spot is vacant as well. Then it would go to, the party chair. They have 30 days, I think that's, we usually we think it's 30 days to fill that. And then usually if they don't fill it, then it bounces back here to the board, and then we can fill the vacant seat for the rest of her tenure.
Okay.
So, and then, just a reminder, we changed, we don't have, everyone's at large now. So when we're thinking about if it does bounce back to us, or if we have recommendations for, to fill in, all the board seats are at large now, so it's not like we have to hunt someone down in a specific part now. So, that's specifically for a situation like this.
I got a couple things.
Yep.
Anything new on that, property we talked about on, South Pearl, the one that we had the lien on. Any action on that? I know, we talked a little bit about moving forward with, that lien. I didn't know if you had.
I know, I didn't
Okay,
see
that's
that, so.
Yep.
So, do we want to move to foreclose on it because of the lien?
Yeah, I think so.
I agree. Because we only have a good time period, I mean, we'll probably have to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For way too long, we've passed the
Yeah.
statute of limitations.
Mhm.
And then the other thing I had was, EDC feet. I had about, I don't know if I've gone half of them this year. Is there anybody else that wants to?
I don't have time to move up there, I don't.
That's, I mean, I can't promise how many of them I'm gonna make. What are the, they're like early on.
7:30 to 8:30 on Thursday mornings. I can't remember, it's like the second or third Thursday.
Okay.
I mean, I can keep trying, I mean, to go, but I'm like you, it's like, I just don't know sometimes whether or not. But if there's somebody else who wants to do it, then I'm more than happy to give it up.
If I want, I mean, I can take it on for this year and see what, and just see how it goes with the schedule, and, you know, we can reconvene this time next year if it's, if there's someone else that wants to take it on or something like that, since you've done your time on it there and now, and it's important that.
It's nice, it's nice that we're there and that we, that hear what's going on and be able to give our 2 cents also, so.
Yeah. When I was up there, when I served on it before you, I know there's a lot of, I mean, there's a lot of things you hear up there before,
Yeah.
you know, they come forward, so it's good to have at least a representative, up there, but I do want to take that on for this year. Darren, well,
Okay.
I think we can just, do we need to take an actual vote on that, or do we just?
Yeah, let's do that. I'll make a motion, Jack to serve as the EDC representative for 2026.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to nominate myself, Jack Garner, as the Henry County EDC representative for the town of Spiceland. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay,
If,
motion passes.
I mean, if it just, we're just, if we're not gonna work out with your schedule, just let me know.
Yeah, we'll keep in touch on it and just see if we can maybe have to tag in a couple of those or something when we get through from my busy season or something, so. Okay, is there anything else you want to cover?
That's all I have.
Okay. Robert, do you have anything?
No. I like how those buildings going up with that again. Those houses, I like how they're looking. This is like another house. And they're like what we all thought it was going to be.
Yep. Scott, do you have any, old or new business that you want to bring here before the council?
Oh,
Something really good. Long call.
I had something I was saving. No.
okay, my apologies.
I have something to bring before the board. These are just kind of, these are the working copies. I don't think, I think we need to do some discussion on them, to tweak them and make them what we want to make them. But basically, this is an ordinance. One is noise and disturbances here in town. We really don't have anything right now in the books that outlines noise and disturbances, and since we don't have that, there's really no way to put any teeth behind enforcing it. There's and I took this off of, I looked at several different other municipalities around us, So it does have, things in here for excessive noise, how to measure, I mean, basically what we're defining as excessive noise. Primarily, like, habitually barking, tied out dogs, other animals like that. Also vehicles in town, as well, with either defective or customized exhaust systems and things like that. You see if there's also a list of exemptions as well, for things like municipal operations. So for, you know, obviously if we have to bust up the pavement or something like that to fix utilities, you know, that's not a violation of noise ordinances. We have to use a jackhammer during the day. There's other stuff like, obviously, emergency vehicles and stuff like that is not going to be, under this proposed ordinance, wouldn't be a violation of it. And then also have recognized holidays as well, like July 4th and New Year's Eve, when we know that there's noises that go along with the holiday that, you know, would be obvious. Exemptions as well, but this is just, like I said, a working document. I'd like everyone just to take a look on and take a look at and, you know, put some thought into about some of the stuff in here that you think is, you know, we should move forward with, or some of the stuff that we should maybe amend. But again, this gives us an actual, this gives us an outline or an ordinance to actually cite when we're going out and dealing with people that are, you know, violating this. Now, the second one is, this is an amendment to declare nuisances, which we already have here in the town, but, so this is talking about rank vegetation, this is talking about structures in the town that are unfit or dangerous to live in, and also just trash, debris, and non-running or inoperable vehicles as well. It kind of outlines proper cleanup and removal, the failure to do that. This has a Good Samaritan provision in here as well. And then also the last, it's called 97.15 in there. This is only required to cut. So this is again for rank vegetation and properties that are out of control. But this is more the nuisances copy right here. This is in like an even more raw stage. This is basically a copy of Newcastle's ordinances on that. So there's a lot of things in there that we need to work through that, you know, don't pertain to Newcastle, that, you know, don't pertain to us. But just wanted everyone to have it in front of them and, you know, look at it as a guideline, because I think that there's a lot of there's a lot of points, and, you know, the major outline of this takes care of a lot of what we need to update our, you know, current ordinances. So, I know myself and then other members on the board here have taken many complaints about several different properties around town that are in violation of our current ordinances. You know, just to help speed things up and get taken care of some of those, I think that these need an upgrade and need to be looked at. So, like I said, I don't think I want to take a vote on this tonight, because we're still kind of workshopping these. But if you guys are taking time over the next couple weeks to look through this and bring back any changes or your thoughts to this to the next meeting, that we could, you know, possibly have Julie put in a final format for us to take a vote on it at that next meeting.
Yeah. So on the noise disturbance, so talk about penalties or fines established by the town's general penalty ordinance, being over ordinance in regards to property, it's built in, do we wanna,
Yeah, I think that it needs to,
do we wanna have one ordinance with fines in it, or do we wanna put the fines, like, directly in each of the ordinances?
how is see, I think our current one for vehicles, stuff like that, Matt, you probably looked at them more recent than anybody. Do we have the fine structure built into that ordinance?
You do.
That's how it is. Yeah.
We kinda adjusted that.
Right, 2 years.
2 years ago.
Yeah, when the ordinance was changed, the fines were put into that ordinance as well.
Okay.
Maybe Julie, would you be willing to look at these and look at the one we currently have in place and see what we might need to amend or, you know?
The state handles it obviously by infraction or misdemeanor level. You guys don't have that difference, which you could do an ordinance where you did like first violation, second violation, as its own independent ordinances for fines. So that way you would know exactly where to go depending on what it was. But like on the state level, for like a speed ticket compared to like whatever, they're broken down by the actual level of offense, I should say.
Okay.
I like the concept, I can tell you, so I think just getting it what you think, how we want it, what the fine structure would be on it.
And,
With penalties.
and I think, you know, Matt does a good job of those due diligence of going out and giving ample time and ample verbal warnings to people. It's not like, you know, we've ever gone out there and find somebody without ever giving them a warning. I mean, we give a long runway to get these things taken care of. But it just comes to a point where if they're not going to take action off those warnings and everything, then we have to have something on the book that actually gives some teeth, and we can actually, and Matt actually have something to
Well, and I also think, Julie might be able to answer this better than me, that 3 AM regularly and I'm not here, I think we could still get the guys to issue the town ordinance violation to get to Julie based on the fact that your contract is the sheriff's department to provide that down here. So if it's going on at 3 AM, and obviously I'm not here because my hours are between 2 and midnight, and it's a routine problem, I can get with the guys and say, hey, here's the ordinance. If you're getting called down there, issue a citation for it, get it to me, and I will forward it to the appropriate place to get it filed.
Yeah, like that.
Yep. Yeah, and that'll be that'll be especially important in this proposed, you know, noise ordinance, right here, because I mean, most of those are, I mean, anything that would be an infraction would be, you know, between, you know, 10 PM and 6 AM. Everything else, you know, it doesn't pertain to anything during.
And obviously, after midnight, to 6 AM, there's zero chance I'm gonna be down here unless there's something going on.
Yeah.
But it would still give our road guys the ability to issue the citation based on the fact that you guys have a contract with us to provide this service.
Yep.
See, of course, obviously, we've taken it from Newcastle, and it talks about Board of Public Works, so we need to do something, you know, around that, but I'm kind of wondering if it doesn't make sense, and maybe this is something we need to look at throughout, or certainly at least with some of these nuisances, is that maybe we need to have, a nuisance committee or safety committee, so instead of it being a full board, maybe like Jeff and 1 or 2 council members, so it doesn't have to be a, you know, fixed call meeting and all that and wait a month, so it could even be something that could meet as needed or once a week or every week or whatever, if they could,
Yeah.
know, you know, say, hey, what's going on with this property or that property, and then, you know, let Matt know or whatever. I don't know,
Yeah.
just a thought. There would also be ability, if I can, like, when Jeff's working, if he's having a problem, I can go down here, me and Jeff could both go meet with whoever the problem is, and that way the board's apprised of what's going on, and if action needs to be taken, I can take it.
Mm-hmm. No, like, what were you calling that, Darren?
Well, I don't know what, frankly, we could call it the Board of Public Works. I just don't think we have anything established. We could do, or this says Board of Public Works and Safety, Safety Committee or something. I don't know. I was just thinking.
Yeah.
They might not, if you could have like during a day meeting with.
But it could be the town council, it's just, we're trying to not wait a month.
You're trying to expedite the process.
Yeah, the spring, and maybe it's one of these things that they get the ball rolling and official action's taken at a board meeting, or anybody can appeal their board, full board or something. I don't know, just a thought of, so not waiting a month on necessarily on everything.
No, I like that idea. I mean, that's part of that's what me and Matt are talking about too, is that it's sometimes some of these things some of these problems take a while to solve because we're waiting, month to month for board meeting to,
A lot of times out of a quote unquote, it's a statutory enforcement bureau, where they come here before they go to the court.
Mm-hmm.
And they have an opportunity to come in and say their piece, and you guys make a decision or not. And then if they don't show or whatever, it's basically forwarded to the court, so there can be some actionable consequences if needed.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other go down rabbit hole.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely all that is something to think about, but I just wanted to bring these ordinances. I had Julie put them together for us so that, take some time to think over them.
I like it, contact them.
And talk to, if you have any questions on my thought process, get a hold of me, but also ask all the people that we represent, and that are, the reason why we have to enforce things like this. So, with that being said, is there any more old or new business that we need to cover before we move to audience questions or comments? Okay. Well, I guess we'll move to the audience. Scott, you're first in line right there.
Oh, yes, sir. Yearly report.
Okay.
Got it down already.
You're all right there? You're all right there, isn't it?
It's old.
Lagging out, but,
Chief, thank you.
Metal chairs.
hey, he's not comfy.
We was down a little bit from, I think last year we were doing 350, this year's 318. So stopping our little response thing last year hasn't changed much.
Okay.
And I put that new 5-year plan in there. We've been working on for several years.
So is there any update to the title of the fire truck?
Yeah, we're working on that too.
Okay. I know we talked about it last month or before, but it's still more.
Yeah, I heard today that they're supposed to be getting hold of me to meet with them tomorrow to get the bill of sale done on it. But
Do you need $1?
I haven't heard from them yet. But because the insurance okay to be able to put insurance on to the bill of sale,
Mm-hmm.
but we're still be waiting on title too. To B&B. It's been something else. It's been more of a hit for them up there than us.
Okay.
But our last 5-year list we did, we probably got 90% of it done. Couple things carried on over on this list, so. And we've been, as soon as we get this addition done on the building, we'll have a little tour over. we're working on electric right now. We're almost done with it. Get it straightened up. The way you guys can see what I spend money on.
Yeah. Do you have a rough timeline on when you guys think that you'll, when you guys think you'll have that done?
I'm hoping this month, but you got half the electric done now, so. And on all of our schedules.
Yeah.
We might work on it again this weekend and get that part done.
Okay, perfect.
Lisa got the furnaces put in. And those are working pretty good.
Everything's working well so far. It's a nice upgrade from the old ancient one. Right.
Yeah, we're going to try to put that second door in this year. I gotta get some price on it first. Cause we already framed it in when they was building it, just so we didn't have to pay that cost.
Yeah. So basically just cut the metal and putting the door in.
Putting some trim around it.
Okay.
We'll see. We're trying to pay for most of the stuff out of that account, so. The lit money's been pretty good this year, or last year.
Yeah. Well, that's coming in.
Yeah.
That's coming in really handy. So, well, Scott, thank you for bringing this to the board and updating us on this, and, just keep us abreast of anything else that changes, and we're happy that we've got the upgrades that we have so far.
Yeah.
Past couple of years have been pretty good. So. Okay. Who wants to go next for public comment?
I'll go.
Okay.
Somebody tell me what to do. Can you park in an alley or not?
The alley beside your property that you're talking about?
All of them.
Yeah, you can't park it, you cannot park in the middle of an alley.
She's trickled up on it. She's been there overnight. Now I even got the chimney sweep going. And the guy that bought Jason's house, he parked his trailers back here. The guys, when they're plowing the snow, got to move over. I'm covered over.
Well, yeah, I mean, have we issued any?
We talked to him, a couple of years ago, and she stopped for a little bit, but
Okay.
she's talking about the house.
Yeah, you got her, Myra.
I don't remember the name.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
one right there next to me, yeah. She's parking it, so then the chimney sweep sees it's blocked, so then he parks in it.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, Jason, lives there on the corner of, 4th and, Broad Main Street. Back in the back, he brought his trailers back here and put them in the alley. And they should be up here in his garage. That's where Jason always had his, and then he's got that space there behind the fence that he can park them in.
Yeah. Well, for all intents and purposes, that alley, even though it's not in the shape that other alleys are, you still, it's treated, it should be treated like any other alley.
Well, that's my only the fire hydrant sits out in front of her house. That's my only way for them to get water back there to me.
Yeah.
That's the catch. If you make it a fire lane, then they can't park in.
Yeah.
But see, the only one I got is I got the fire hydrant that's in front of, 3rd Street on Main Street, and then I got the one that's in front of her house on Broad Street. And,
well, this has obviously been, this is a habitual problem that this has been going on for years and everything.
it's either that or tell me how to close it.
Yeah.
I'll post old digger in there and fill her up.
What is the rest of the board's thoughts on?
Well, Matt, if you could visit, you will have some reason from that point forward, there, so you start getting fined.
Well, they won't get fined, but it's, I'd rather under state statute.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I've battled with her, and she don't want to listen. Then I go out there and start mowing, I try to explain that to her, and I'll leave it set. Okay, I'm sorry, I get it.
Yeah, well, that's a plotted alley. That's no different than, parking in the middle of any other paved alley or anything else here, you know, or over the street, so now I think, Matt, if you could just make contact, and like you said, I mean, like Scott said, you know, we're just gonna have to tell her,
The final warning is that,
Final Warner, you're just, it's gonna be a tow every time that you're there from now on, because, I mean, you know, not only impeding a road, but you're also, you know, it's a safety issue too.
Well, you know, I'm just trying to make it work.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like this is a one-time thing that you've dealt with and now you're coming here, I mean, this is obviously a habitual offense, so.
If you look at the trailers, I imagine the boys that's scraping the snow off would appreciate that. They gotta swing over by me and then cut back over because of the, just drive down through there, you'll see it.
Yeah.
You can't miss it.
Well, I'll go down there tomorrow, and I can see stuff, and Matt, when you're in here and everything, so swing down there and look at that too. I appreciate it, so. We will get that remedy for you. I'm sorry that it's.
I'm done, that's okay.
And if it happens, and obviously I'm not available, you can feel free to call the non-emergency line, we'll send somebody down.
Well, you know, I wasn't trying to really be an ass, or, excuse me.
No,
Ladies, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be that yet, but,
it's not, you know, I'm just saying,
yeah.
if it gets to be like a real, like, if you show up one day and there's
Well, it's like-
4 cars parked in there and I'm not working, then just call the non-emergency.
Well, it's like what I told them, I said, if I got a fire, she ain't gonna get out of her bed at 3:00 in the morning to go out there to move her car.
Oh, it'll get moved.
Oh.
She'll be very unhappy, but I'll stop you off.
most of the simple is like, should I drive down right now? Should I just drive, get my truck and drive down?
I would almost bet you $10 a car sitting there.
If she's home, it's probably there. If she's not, then, you're good.
It's not a problem place.
Which definitely means if we can't take our car on there, Scott can't take his truck down there.
David Stone, a quick call,
Yeah.
Yeah, it only takes once. And,
oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's all I need.
Well, do we have any other public comment at all? Okay, well, do we have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second. Okay, it's been moved and seconded to adjourn the January 13th, 2026